Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. Here I am again, bringing you this draw preview from the car. And it is Sultan and Chicago that we are going to be covering on this episode of the podcast. Not the highest level of competition, I'd say, in these competitions, but we have been treated to some pretty good competitions lately on the women's side, so not going to be too mad about it. How are you doing, JG? You all right?
Well, I'd disagree with you a little bit, actually, on the Chicago one. So the Chicago one's called the Chicago Fall Tennis Classic.
Yeah.
And there are some pretty decent players in there.
Nice.
There's
some
really exciting ones. Maybe the other one, sort of the Astana Open, we've just seen that with the men's.
Yeah.
With Konsoon winning it. This on the women's is not as good, if I'm being entirely honest. But Chicago is really exciting. I think we're going to start with that one.
Yeah.
No really previous events to go through. So what we'll focus on here today is we'll start with some of the qualifiers, which are currently going on right now. I think we've just had them conclude for today. But there's going to be, I think, another round tomorrow. And looking here, we've got Lizette Cabrera, good player on her day. Harriet Dart did lose, which is a bit of a shock. I didn't expect it against Hontama. I'm not sure who she is. Japanese lady. Maybe she's quite young. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her. Flipkins won against Marina. That's a good result. Kozlova beat Priscilla Hon. Matek Sands lost to Fletch. Kalinskaya went through. She's pretty decent, and she won really well as well. 6-2, 6-1. She would probably be the one I would look for out of all of these names. And I actually like Cabrera, but I know she's not the most popular. She actually bageled Govodsova today, and I think she's really good. So they're just the names I would watch out for, but there's no real sort of steal your heart qualifiers, really.
Nah, not really. I would totally agree with you there. For me, we should just get stuck into it. The qualifiers aren't much to talk about here. I would just like to get stuck into the main draw.
Well, here we go then. So the number one seed is going to be Svitolina. Did you look at the number two?
I haven't looked at the number two yet, mate. But
come on, it's your job, Ben. I can't share and look.
I'll get there in a second.
It's like he's never done one before,
mate. I've not.
This is one of your first bracket preview videos. There you go, Muguruza. And there's some really good names down the bottom as well. I think I saw Mertens when I had to scroll earlier. Azarenka. So it's a stacked draw for Chicago. I think it was a bit harsh to dismiss both of them. We've got Svitolina as well. She's just off the back of winning Chicago 1. But there was a tournament in Chicago a few weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. And Svitolina won that. This field seems a little bit better than that one. I think it's going to be a bit tougher for her to do so. But she is in good form out there in Chicago, and she's going to be the number one seed going into it. How far do you think she's going to go? Before you do that, I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. We've got Tom here. How we doing, mate? Bjorn's come over and joined us for this as well, saying he's ready. He's ready for it. We've got Bill R saying, welcome back, tennis fans. Shout out to you, Bill. Appreciate you being here.
How you doing, buddy?
Got Gene as well. Henry saying all the qualifiers are done. Draw all done in full. So maybe we can see the draw in full and with the qualifiers. I seem to think that there was another round, but maybe I've got the wrong day here.
I'm not sure.
Did you see that?
I'm gonna have to look into that quickly while we speak because.
The qualifiers are in the draw. Yep, I've got them up here, so I can tell you. I can tell you exactly who they are. I don't know if you've got it up as well, because it would maybe be easier because I can't do both things at once.
I've got it. I've got the draw up. So we've got in that top section. In my one it's only. Oh no,
I'll tell you then. So that qualifier is Kozlova. So we're going to have Kozlova versus Kostyuk as the qualifier there. So just going through this here, Anisimova, Golovic. I'm going to be going for Golovic. Against Kostyuk, we've got Kozlova. I'm going to be going Kostyuk. I'm going to have Camilla Georgie beating Kostyuk, Svitolina beating Golubic, and Svitolina heading the section. I think she's just in really good form right now, and I think she's going to be really tough to beat this tournament, especially the top half of the draw seems to be slightly better than the bottom. She could have a nice run.
Yeah, she looks good. Svitolina, I'm going to have her heading it, beating Kostyuk in that final third round. Moving down, we got Pegula. She hasn't impressed as much of late. We were a bit blown away from her form at the beginning of the year compared to now. She hasn't really lived up to it. She obviously lost to Bencic, was her last outing. Lost in straight sets there at the US Open.
She did have one good win in the US, a few good wins in the US Open, though, right?
Doi, Potapova. I expect.
Was that it? I thought she beat someone better.
Nah, I mean, I expected better from her, to be honest.
I was disappointed too. I really was. She started the year great in Australia, and since then not really reached that level, but still had a good year for her. I'm sure she'll be back stronger than ever. Maybe this tournament she could go and win this one. Certainly got the ability. And in the US on the hard courts, this is a tournament sort of built for her. I think she's going to have a little bit too much for the qualifier. I think Petkovic is going to have too much for this qualifier too. And the return of Kim Clijsters. What do you make of that? Because I know there's a lot of fans. She's a legend of the game. We've seen how much she's won in her career. Yes. Do you think it's right of her to be still trying to make a go of this?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? I'm all for it. I think that she should just keep throwing herself into the fight and seeing if she can mix it with the best. I mean, she had a little bit of a mix with it. I'm not sure if it was like an exhibition sort of tournament that she entered in 2020, and she was mixing it with the likes.
She played some main draw events as well.
Yeah. She played one against Alexandrova. I believe that was the US Open, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah.
But she played this sort of exhibition one, and in that exhibition event, she beat Collins, Kenin, Stevens, Govatsova. She won. I think she won all of the matches in that. So it was just it was interesting to see. Over one set, she can do quite a lot. Over 3 sets, I'm not sure if she's still got it because Alexandrova pipped her over 3. I'm gonna go big, and I think that she might beat Shea Su Wei.
So you like it? My opinion, I'm not so keen on it. I think she's 38 years old now. I've just checked. She's had her time in the sun. Legend of the game. I just don't see any need for her to still be playing. She's won 4 Grand Slams. It's not going to happen again for her. I know she could do whatever she wants to do. And you can look at, say, Roger Federer and say, 38 is quite young. He was getting to what? Was he at the Wimbledon final at 38?
Grand Slam finals, that's it.
Yeah. So but it's a bit different for Clijsters. I'm not so struck on this decision to keep prolonging her career. But listen, I know there's a lot of people who disagree with me, and let's see how she gets on.
A lot.
I think Shea Su Wei beats her, so I'm going to have her going out first round.
I'm not mad at it, though. I love Shea, so I'm never going to be mad if Shea Su Wei makes it through to another round, and it could prove difficult for Clijsters with all the chopping and all of that sort of thing. It's not your regular.
It's not an ideal player to get some momentum going because
definitely not.
Shea does not give you a chance to get any momentum. We've got Emma in the chat saying Kim will always have her ball striking, anxious to see how she's moving. So fair to say Emma's excited.
I think she would like
Bjorn saying Clijsters is back. Clijsters is back. Very excited with that as well.
I agree with you. I think she would prefer someone who's a harder hitter and someone who would actually like rally with her a bit more. I think Shea's gonna just
Pegula would have a better start for her.
Yeah, I think so. But I think Shea's gonna be chopping it, drop shotting it. There's gonna be too many. I know where you're coming from. I'm sort of talking myself out of picking Clijsters.
Well, you've done it now. So I'm gonna have Pegula beating Petkovic, Ons Jabeur beating Shea, and Ons Jabeur heading the section. Of course, it wouldn't be a JG bracket if I don't have Ons Jabeur going deep. One of my favourite players on tour. And I want the button. So I'm picking her to win.
I'll have not Petkovic. I have Pegula, Ons Jabeur, and Jabeur heading the section.
So you copied me. Nice.
Yeah, well, I can't. I'm always about the buttons as well.
I can't
mate.
believe you said the draw's not that great. Look, gold medalist now, Belinda Bencic, the number 3 seed. We've got Sloane Stephens in this section as well. Zidane. How many big names did you want, Ben?
Don't know. It's just nothing went.
I think
Radu,
I know what you meant. You meant the other tournament, not this
I-
one, right?
well, yeah, the other tournament definitely for sure. This
This one certainly is a high
it is,
quality
but
affair.
you got gold medalists, but then she's no Raducanu, is she? I mean, when we're looking at these,
Don't be silly.
when we're looking at these, congratulations to Annette Kontaveit though, winning today, beating Maria Sakkari in the final. Well done.
She looks great, man.
Yeah, I'm super happy for Kontaveit to win that title.
Yep.
Obviously Sakkari makes it to another final that I didn't pick her in. But I had Kontaveit in the final, so I'm happy with that.
Mate, I actually we was talking about on the Laver Cup watch along I was doing the other day, and I fancied Kontaveit to win that match. I was calling it before it happened because she was playing really good in the lead up to the sort of semi-final and final. And I wasn't surprised that she went all the way and won it. But back to this one, the qualifier here is going to be English. So it's going to be English versus Dollarhide. I don't know did we miss another qualifier here? Did we even say who these were going to be playing? Pegula and Petkovic? I don't think we did. So I can tell you now, Petkovic is going to be Govardova and Pegula going to be playing Fleck. Doesn't really change anything for me. So let's move on.
Me either.
But apologies, guys. I forgot to do that.
That's all right. I think it's with these qualifiers. I think we went.
Well, we should still say them, Ben, because we do know who they are. So,
we weren't really blown away by them, though, were we?
No, but we'll still give them a mention. And here we've got English Dollarhide. I'm probably going to go Dollarhide. Actually, no, I'm going to go English. Change my mind. I'm going to go Serrano here. Sloane Stephens. Sloane to beat Serrano. Bencic to beat the qualifier. Bencic Stephens could be a really good match. Hopefully it goes to 3. Sloane could do it. But Bencic just having a great year. I think she's going to continue that form. A bit like Zverev.
Yeah, you could be right there. Dollarhide, I always think Rawhide when I think Dollarhide for some reason. Probably just my mind. I'm going to go Bencic. I think Bencic heads that section there against Stephens, the same as you. But a bit predictable. Sorry.
We've got Bill here. How are we doing, Bill? I believe one of our patrons. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. How you
and
doing,
he's saying
Bill?
Every tourney without Emma and Layla is weak. Love. I think he's sort of echoing what you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. We've got an Olympic gold medalist, but we don't have the Grand Slam finalists in there. So any tournament's a bit dead now without them.
Yeah, and big news for Sakkari as well. We've got Bjorn here saying Sakkari is now a top 10 player, which is great for her. She definitely deserves to be a top 10 player. It was a matter of time for me. And after a good run in the US Open, she had a good run. I forget, was it in Wimbledon as well? Or it might have been another Grand Slam. But Roland Garros.
She's been doing well.
She got to a semi in Roland Garros, I think, as well. She's been playing great year. And I'm happy she's in the top 10 because she deserves to be there 100%.
I totally agree with you. I think that she's really proved herself this year that she's
not just there, is she, after a few good results? She's definitely a top 10 player.
Yeah. And we're right to sing her praises. I sing her praises in all the wrong tournaments, it seems. It's what it is. I'm still happy for her. Well done, Maria. So
this one here, we've got Kudermetova versus Kalinskaya, the qualifier.
Ooh.
And Lauren Davis versus Hadid Maya, another qualifier. Someone who I've watched actually a few times on the lower circuits.
I'm not going with the qualifiers. I'm going with neither of the qualifiers here. I'm
going for one of the qualifiers. I'm going to be going for Kalinskaya. She really impressed me today, winning. I think was it 6-1, 6-love or something. 6-1. I just said it earlier. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But she demolished who she played. Kudermetova's not playing great right now. I think she beats her. I'll have Lauren Davis winning this one. I'm going to go Madison Keys. And yeah, it sets up some good matches here. I think Rybakina Keys as the making of a really good one. And Davis versus Kalinskaya could be quite good too. I'm probably going to go Kalinskaya to beat Davis, Rybakina to beat Keys, and Rybakina's head section.
Yeah, I'm going to have Rybakina's head section, but facing Kudermetova in the third. So I'll be moving on down.
So sorry, what's that? You had Rybakina ahead in the section.
Yeah, just a bit
Fair enough.
Kudermentova though.
No worries. Is this the last section? Oh no, we've got one more after this.
got
So Elise
plenty.
Mertens, the 7th seed. What's she been up to recently?
Yeah, Elise Mertens. Well, I can bring that up for you.
I'll let you have a
So
look. Just before you do that, Elise Cornet's having a great season. She's been beating a few top players, and she's someone who upsets you early doors. And I think this could be the same again here against Jastromenska. Probably will be the underdog. I'm not sure if she will be, but just seems to be able to pull off a good result here and there. So I have her winning this one in a one-off match. I'll have Buskova beating Doi and Danielle Collins beating. I can tell you who that's going to be. I might change my mind if I see it. It's going to be... Don't have it on mine. Oh, yeah, Flipkins.
Ooh.
It's tough. One of the tougher ones, but I'll still
Yeah.
go Danielle Collins. It would have been someone... Have been someone really good for me to not pick Collins.
Yeah, that's true.
And Mertens, who's she been playing?
She beat Sasnovich in Luxembourg, but then lost to Vondrasova. Before that, obviously, US Open, she went out to Sabalenka in the 4th round after beating Ons Jabeur, Grammatikapoulou, and Peterson. And so, I don't know. She's still force, isn't she?
Yeah. And we've got Jean saying Cornet made the final of Chicago, so she must have lost out to Svitolina. That's right.
Yeah.
So she likes this event as well out here in Chicago. How's she going to do in Chicago too, though?
I think...
Does she beat Mertens? I'm not sure she does on this occasion.
I don't think
I'll have
so.
Collins beating Buskova. I think I'm going to go Collins heading the section.
I'm going to go Mertens to beat Collins.
Okay.
It's
So the
quite a lot of
last bit
players in
here.
this, isn't
Oh, no,
there?
it's not the last bit. We've got a few more.
Yeah, it's got a big draw. This we got Teichmann Kaikanepi. That's one of the ties of the first round. That's for sure. Yeah. The more I look down this draw, the more I realise I didn't really look into it.
You didn't look at this one properly.
I looked at the Nur Sultan one. I didn't really look into Chicago.
Yeah, this is stacked. Some really good talent here. I'm going to go Teichmann off the bat. I'm going to go Lynette. Vondrasova. I'm going to have Vondrasova beating Pavlyuchenkova, which could be a bit unpopular. I know Pavlyuchenkova's been doing a few TikToks recently. They've been quite funny. I've seen online. Go check them out if you haven't already. Showing her dance moves.
Nice.
I'll have Teichmann beating Lynette. I think I'm going to go... I might go Teichmann to head the section.
I've got Pavlyuchenkova beating Teichmann to head the section.
So not Vondrasova. Why'd you have her going out so soon?
Don't know. I just like Pavlyuchenkova at the moment, so I'm going to stick with her. I think everyone keeps knocking her out too soon. I'm going to keep sticking with her. I think she's having a good year.
And in Ben's week draw, we've got another Grand Slam winner, Bianca Andreescu. Now we've got Kontaveit at the bottom, but still quite weak, Ben, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm going to leave you alone.
Muguruza, number 2. I know. Andreescu, well, she's... well, go on.
Shelby Rogers versus Cabrera. I've been bigging up Cabrera, but
Rogers.
I can't do it against Shelby Rogers. We know she's been playing great. She beat, obviously, Ashley Barty recently at the US Open. Was playing really good there. I think I could even put her through against Andreescu, but I'll wait for that. The qualifier here against Garcia is Hontama. I don't know anything about this Hontama. I know she beat Harriet Dart today, but I'll have to have a look. So in the meantime, I don't have enough screens to have a look right now, but I can maybe do it tomorrow. So I'll just go with Garcia, and I'll have Kontaveit beating Brengel.
Hontama. Is that the name?
Is that right?
I don't know. Sounds like Guantanamo Bay. You're trying to say that. Andreescu, Rogers. I'm going to have Andreescu beating Rogers. I'm going to have Kontaveit beating Garcia. I'm actually going to have Andreescu beating Kontaveit.
I'm going to have Rogers knocking out Andreescu.
Oh.
Sorry, BB. Bye-bye, BB. Kontaveit to beat Garcia and Kontaveit heading the section. I think she's too hot to handle right now.
Nah, I think she just won a tournament, mate.
Mate, she's too hot to handle. Too good.
Got to take it into account. She just won a tournament.
And here we go. Another Grand Slam winner. Azarenka against Shuai Zhang. I'll have to go Azarenka here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Hailey Baptiste.
Yeah.
I do
Same.
like Hailey. Vekic Lee, probably going to go Anne Lee, but she's not having a great year. She's been a bit disappointing, up and down, up and down. Expected a better season from her.
Yeah.
But Vekic is getting on. I think she's going to have a little bit too much.
Getting on? How old is she?
I don't know. I feel like Vekic is older.
I think, yeah.
I'm going to have to
getting
check
on,
now.
I think that's rude, mate.
Oh, no, it's rude. Yeah, 25. Apologies to Vekic.
Getting on. I was like,
That's
as soon as you
terrible.
said
Yeah.
Getting on. I was like, I remember
I'm actually shocked by that. I can't quite believe it.
I thought.
How
that she
long
was
has Vekic been playing though? Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
It's quite a while, mate. But
I can't remember telling you about Vekic.
I just remember seeing a picture
was-
of her recently.
Oh, it's not even that long. 2013.
Yeah, she's a young duckling.
So what's
mate.
that, like the last 8 years? Yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel like it's been longer than 8 years. I thought it'd been about 15, but what do I know?
Bahamut saying the Azarenka button is back.
Yeah, if you want some sadness, if people don't know, the Azarenka button is by far the saddest in the collection.
It really is. She knows how to play.
Is she going to find a way to beat Baptiste? I think she does.
Yeah.
I think Muguruza beats Lee. Muguruza Azarenka. I'm going to go Muguruza.
Gabinia Muguruza.
We've got Bill agrees, going back. Gabby wins the section.
The fire.
And Matthew making a good point. Jasmine Paolini just won a tournament in Slovenia. She could beat Baptiste. Yeah, quite easily. I didn't even realise that. So cheers for that, Matthew. I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, but what surface?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it was
Probably
clay.
clay.
She's definitely a clay court of Paolini. So I'm going to stick with Baptiste anyway. So yeah, that's done for me. Moving up to the top. Let's see where we're at with things. See, this draw seems a little bit bigger than the other ones we've just done. Is that right? Or is it the same?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, now we've got Svitolina Ons Jabeur in Chicago. This is a really tough matchup. I'm going to have to go Ons Jabeur for me.
I'm going Svitolina. Anyway, moving
Boring,
down.
Ben. So
How's
Ben
that boring? You're boring. Stop picking on Jabeur.
Bencic versus Rybakina. Do you have the same?
Yeah, I'm going to go Rybakina. You know I will.
I'm going to go Bencic. Danielle Collins versus Teichmann for me.
But different here. Mertens Pavlyuchenkova for me. I'm going to go Pavlyuchenkova.
Okay. And I'm going to go Danielle Collins. Why not?
Why not?
But that's a tough one because she's coming from a really tricky section. Either Cornet or Mertens could beat her, but I'm going to stick with it. Moving down, we've got Kontaveit versus Muguruza here at the bottom. That's going to be an epic if we are to see it. I think Kontaveit at this stage could be running on empty. And on that basis, I'm going to have Muguruza beating her.
I got Andreescu versus Muguruza. So I'm going to have Andreescu going through.
So you think BB could have a little run here in Chicago?
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think she's gonna. She likes a big tournament. Saw her in Miami. She got to the final. I think there's no Barty here. She might fancy her chances.
All right. So semi-final time here. I've got at the bottom. Well, I'll start from the top. Why not? So at the top, I have Ons Jabeur versus Bencic, and at the bottom, I've gone for Danielle Collins Muguruza.
Oh.
Do you want? What's your one?
I've got Svitolina Rybakina, and I think I'm going to go with Svitolina. Unfortunately, sorry, Rybakina. Just based upon the last result, she didn't impress me in the last tournament. I had her going far. And
I'm going Ons Jabeur. I've got Ons Jabeur in my final.
Rare that JG has Ons Jabeur in his final.
At the bottom, I'm going to have Muguruza. So I'm going for Muguruza Ons Jabeur. I feel like I've had this final before and it didn't happen.
Gabinia.
And your final is?
I'm actually going to go BB to play Svitolina.
Wow, that's a really good one. Hopefully we can cover it if it is the case.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind covering either of our finals. Let us know in the chat, guys, who you have going far. We've got Gene saying he's got Svitolina Bencic, Kontaveit Collins as his semis, pretty good ones.
Nice.
I like to see that you've got Collins, a bit like me. I think we've got the
Yeah.
same bottom one, actually.
Why not?
And then my actual winner, Ons Jabeur versus Muguruza. I'm gonna have Muguruza winning the whole thing.
Nice, mate. Well, I'm going to be having BB winning it. I think she gets back on track. She wins the tournament.
She pulls out for sure. How many
Yeah,
withdrawals have we seen this
yeah,
tournament?
that's it. That's it. It's going to happen. Isn't it? Like BB's out after one round or the second round. But I'm going to go with it. If she hangs in there for the whole tournament, I think that she wins it.
No worries. And well, what we know what it is now. It's dark horse time. There's a lot to choose from because it's a bigger draw.
Like
and
it.
yeah, I'm surprised you've not put Camilla Georgie going for a little bit further. I know you're a big fan of her.
Yeah.
Are you going to go for Kim maybe as your dark horse?
Yeah.
I'm just having a little look. I think I know my one already. It's going to be Elise Cornet. She's obviously the finalist in Chicago the last time in number one. I think she could, if she beats Mertens, she could definitely have a little run and go very far. So Cornet is definitely 100% going to be my dark horse for this event.
100% from JG, the Elise Cornet.
Yeah, I like that. I'm really happy with that dark horse.
I don't think it's a bad one. I think it's difficult. I'd have to go Vondrasova then, someone like that.
You didn't even have her going far. You had her going
I'm
out
not-
first round.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of.
No, you can't have that. I'm not letting you have it.
Why?
I'm going to refuse you Vondrasova because you
I
need to
haven't got anyone who's unseeded.
I guarantee
going
you must have
far.
some wild card or something going a bit further.
No, I've got all seeds going.
So
far.
all of your non-seeded players go out first round.
What
I
do
don't believe
mean?
you.
My non-seeded players.
Yeah. So you've picked, because obviously it needs to be a non-seeded to be a dark horse. You must have had a non-seeded player go further than the first round.
I've got Svitolina in the final, and I've got Kostyuk playing her in the third, and I think Vondrasova.
Well, if you really want it, I think that's a bit of a disgrace because you've not had her go far at all.
Well, she went to the second round.
Oh, you had her beating Tomjanovic?
Yeah, but she goes out to Pavlyuchenkova.
Well, why don't you have Pavlyuchenkova as your dark horse then?
She's got a seed, isn't she?
No.
Isn't she? I can't see. It's not. She's
Yeah, I
got
think
too
you're on
long
your
a
phone.
name. Her name's too long.
No, you can have Pavlyuchenkova.
What? She's not a seed.
No.
What? Really?
Well, do you want her or not? Before I change my
Well,
mind.
I'll take it if she's not a seed. But it says on mine it's got 3 dots after her names and made me think that she's a seed.
No, she's not a seed. You can have her, Ben.
Oh, I'll have Pavlyuchenkova then, mate.
Oh, no,
Right.
she is a seed.
Ah, fuck, I won't. I won't. Sorry, I won't have her. I'll have Vondrasova. Excuse my French there. That's 6 beers. Speaking.
So he's going Vondrasova as a dark horse. Anyway, let's see what people have in the chat. We've got Bjorn going Shelby Rogers, dark horse. Matthew going Georgie. That's a really good pick, Georgie. Edgar going Anisimova and Jean Paolini. Nice pick, guys. Hopefully, good luck, everyone. Hopefully you don't beat me, but hopefully you beat Ben. Moving on to the next event.
You guys are still up. Yeah. I'm in the car, Michael. Well, what do you think? Well, I'm just sitting in darkness.
So here we go. I'm going to just get the next one up. What do you want to say about anything you want to say about Astana Open?
No, I think
obviously the men's was quite good.
I said it at the beginning. Putin Saber being the number 1 seed says it all, I think.
So you're not filled with much confidence in this one?
Not a lot, I have to say. I think we can skim through this one pretty fast, if I'm honest.
Here we go. The number 1 seed is Putin Saver. The number 2 seed is?
Number 2 seed is... Yeah, I mean, this says it all. Alison van Uytvank. I mean, come on.
It's a bit harsh, Ben.
It's not that harsh. I mean,
no, I agree. It's not the most stacked draw. We can go through the qualifiers briefly, but I don't think we're going to be inspired by many of them. Let me see if I can find them.
Go on then.
Here we go. Yeah, so we've got matches going on. I'm not sure if this is the first round of the qualifiers. Can you find the qualifiers? 'Cause I can't find them on mine.
Well, I can find them if you want. 1 sec.
Well, I thought you were bringing them up. I'll
What do
do
you
it
mean?
then. I've got it now. We've got
Bringing them
Tuzar.
up.
No, not bringing them up. Just to
Bringing
say it.
them up.
So we've got Tuzarenko. She won today.
Zarenko.
Katie Bolter. She beat
Zarenko.
Samantha Murray 6-love, 6-4.
It's
Pretty
embarrassing.
impressive. Nikoloscu she didn't turn up. Just walk over. And Vika Lesenseva won. We've got Zakharova. Has she been having some good results recently? Zakharova?
Yeah, that rings a bell actually. Zakharova. Who's she beaten? Yeah, she beat she beat Peterson, Sharma. She's beaten Arabuena as well.
Yeah.
She's not too bad. So yeah, she's beaten some decent people of late.
Okay, so maybe she's I think Katie Bolter's probably the best of the bunch. So she's the one to watch out for.
Is this the standard of the bunch?
Well, she probably is the best. The best qualifier there is Katie Bolter, I'd say, or Krunic.
Best of a bad bunch.
Well, let's get through this one then, because I kind of know what way I'm going to be going with it. I'm going to have Putin Saver winning this first one. Yep. I'm going to be going
Niemeyer.
I'm going to go Gasanova, Cunha to beat Blinkova. It's a tough first round, actually. I'll have Cunha to beat Gasanova again.
Yeah.
Putin Saver, and I'm going to have Cunha head in the section.
I'm putting Saver head in mine. Move down.
So this one I'm going to have Mladenovic, Kurkova beating Potapova. Maybe that could surprise you a little bit. Zarina Diaz beating the qualifier. I'm going to go...
Vageli.
Do you like Vageli?
Not
me. I'm going to go Peterson.
I'm going Peterson.
I'm going Peterson again. Mladenovic. I'm going to go Peterson head in the section.
I'm going this is a bit mad. Madlenovic head in the section.
So far, Ben's gone for the top seeds head in the section each time. Just want to make a note of that.
This is just second of that.
Boring Ben in his boring car. Doing boring pits.
Ben's going.
Is he going to go for boring Burrell? No, Burrell's not boring. She's good.
I'm just going to go for this one.
Well, let's see what you pick then. Come on.
I'm going Burrell.
Of course he does.
I'm going to have Christian winning.
Yeah.
Qualifier 5.
I'll go 4.
I'll have.
Do we know who these are? Sorry, maybe we do.
You might know. I don't.
Oh, you're not looking?
Nah, mate. It's tough for me to find it.
Okay, so I've got it up there now, man.
There we go. I've got.
So the qualifiers is Krunic versus Bolter. Bolter's the second one, so I'll go for her as well.
Yeah, I've got it already. See, I knew it.
Kaya Juvan to beat Minen. I'm gonna have Juvan beating Bolter.
I've got
Burrell beating Kristen and Burrell heading the section.
All right, slow down. I've got. What about Plisk? No.
What?
No Plisk.
She's not in this section.
Christina. I know. Have I gone down too far? Apologies.
What are you doing?
No. Well, I've got the whole thing open. I'm not used to having it. Having you doing it. It's different. It's different.
So, are you going to do your picks for this one or not?
I would do. Who have you got? Burrell heading your section. I've got. Yeah, Burrell. I'll have Minen. Yeah, Burrell. Yeah, I'll have Minen, Burrell heading. Yeah,
boring, Ben.
I know.
Boring. So next section, Varvara Gracheva versus Pliskova. I'm going to be having Gracheva here.
I want to hear your pronunciations of the bottom 2 names.
Okay, well, wait for it then. So we've got Tezarenko versus Diachenko. It's not even the one you want to know, is it? But I'm going to go qualifier 6, which is Tezarenko. I've seen him now. That's a bit of a mouthful. So I'll have Rodionova beating Fritzem. Fritzem, I actually really like her, but she's not playing well, and she's been a bit frustrating of me recently. I've watched some of her matches, funny enough. That may surprise some people because she's a player who I like to watch. I think she's quite exciting, but recently just not finding the right results. So I'm going to be going for Rodionova on this occasion. And here we have Zibek Kulabayeva, someone who I'm not really familiar with, I must admit. I'm sure Ben will tell us all about Kulabayeva and what she's been up to.
I think it's even been replaced by somebody else. She's been replaced, actually. No, she hasn't been replaced. She's a wild card, and she is 525 in the world. She last played against Lapko and lost to Love. Before
Okay,
that,
well,
she
that's that.
beat
I'm done with it. I'm set.
Yushchenko. She then beat Zelenskaya, who she beat. She's actually not done too bad. She's one of, like, they're not names, but she's won, I'd say, about 7 of her last 10. So she's in all right form.
Well, we've got to obviously know my tennis, and I've picked Kulabayeva to win the whole thing. She's due a tournament win.
She
And
is.
people may
Whoa.
think he's joking, but I guarantee you he's not. There's probably a good chance he has picked her winning everything.
Well, Van Oudvank has lost her last 3. So maybe it's the time for Kolumbayeva.
Okay, so are you going to be putting her so you got her through then, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to go Kolumbayeva to go through.
Does she beat Rodionova?
Nah, not for me. Rodionova beats her. And then I've got Gracheva heading the section. Boring, Ben.
I forgot who my Diachenko I'm playing now. Oh, it's Tizzer. Yeah. I'll go Gracheva heading the section as well. Yeah, why not? So let's move up to the top.
I've got 20%.
So my semi-final, I've got Cunha versus Peterson. And at the bottom, I've got Burel versus Gracheva. What's your ones?
Putin Saver, Madlenovic, and Burel Gracheva. Same as you.
So I'm going to be going Cunha to be my first finalist.
Putin
Someone who's
Saver
a bit not that consistent, but I think she is really good on her day. Usually goes through the qualifiers, does well in the Grand Slam qualification, and then crumbles when it actually gets into the draw.
I think you're too big on her for my liking.
I probably am. I think she's not as good as I make her out to be. She loses against people you wouldn't expect her to, and maybe I've hyped her up a bit too much. I don't think I've hyped up Burel enough, though. I know I picked her in the Roland Garros as my sort of wild card pick before pre-tournament, as like through the qualifiers, and not many people were really talking about her then. She's become more of a staple now, and I know you've sort of jumped on her hype slightly, trying to steal one of my picks. But I'm going to be having her here reaching the final. I really like Clara Burel, and she's going to be my finalist against Anna Cunha.
Yeah, I like her draw, to be honest, and I think
it's a nice draw. Yeah,
I think it's all about the draw, to be honest. And if she gets all the way through to face Gracheva, I think she'll have enough confidence after. She might win all of those to love, really. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then beat Gracheva as well, 2-0. And then she's into the final for playing Putin Saver for me. And I think it's a nice draw. It could be the opportunity for her to win her first tournament, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think she's playing really well. We've got Kay saying she played well in Strava as well. Really good French talent. And I think I'm going to have her winning the whole thing. When I saw her name, I knew I was going to be picking her early doors as well. So I'm going to stick with it. And Clara Burel, as you can see here, is my winner. I think she's going to go all the way and win the Astana Open. We've seen Kwon Soon win on the men's. And now I think Clara Burel for the women.
Bill saying I can't wait to see the what is it? Kulambayeva button.
I think Ben's already given you a sneak peek of what's going to happen with it.
I'm not sure that's coming anytime soon, Bill. I was going to go with the same, but I think it's a bit boring if I pick the same as JG.
Well, you are quite boring, so maybe you should just do it.
Boring Burel. Maybe I'll go with Boring Burel. JG's gone with Boring Burel. I'll go with Boring Burel.
So you are picking Burel.
Rather than boring number 1 seed Putin Saver, I'll go with Boring Burel.
There we go. Ben's gone for Burel. I've gone for Burel. Dark horse time. There's a lot of dark horses here. Is Kolumbayeva your dark horse, though, Ben?
I think she's got to be. Just for Bill, I'm going to go with Kolumbayeva as my dark horse.
Fair enough. I'm going to have Kaya Juvan. She's a young player who I really like. If she beats Burel here, I can see they're in the same part of the draw. I think she wins the tournament. That's going to be my final before the final. Kaya Juvan, Burel, who wins it, wins the tournament. That's my prediction anyway. Kay's gone the same. Got Juvan as a dark horse. Jean's gone for Potapova. Edgar's got a Plisk final. Pot wins. Unseeded also, dark horse. Nice one. So Edgar's got a double whammy. He's got a main pick and a dark horse. We've got Bjorn. We've got Bjornez going Kurkova, dark horse. I don't know why this tournament is so random. Yeah, listen, Bjorn. I don't think you're too far off it. Any pick here is valid. I think you could pick any name and it is valid because we're not sure what's going to happen. And if anything's to go by from the history, usually these events, it's never who we anticipate. That's why I find it strange Ben's got put in Saver in the final. It's very rare we have the number 1 or 2 seed reach the final in an event like this.
I don't know.
But it might happen this time. I don't know.
It's all about the draw for me. Niemeyer, though, she could be one.
You should have picked her to win the whole thing.
There's Cunha's in there as well, though. So I'm surprised you didn't have her win the whole thing.
Well, I've got her in the final. But anyway, let's see how it goes. We're going to wrap it up. I know Ben's running out of power on his laptop. He's in the car. Yeah. Hopefully, he'll have Wi-Fi. Just as we start Indian Wells, we're going to be going full coverage for that. It's going to be a 2-week event. It's going to be super exciting, men's and women's. And there's going to be plenty of podcasts coming to you. I believe it starts on the 4th. But don't quote me on that. I think it's the 4th.
Need to get that internet installed. It said it's the 6th that I'm getting it installed. So fingers crossed on that. If not, I don't know. I'm going to have to be doing more of car pods. Whatever I can do, I'll do for you guys. So I'll be trying my best. Don't you worry. And I won't be leaving you in the lurch. Don't worry, JG. I appreciate you covering the Laver Cup as well. Well done to everybody who's been following the Laver Cup and just really trying to give it the exposure it deserves, really, because I think there's a lot of people out there who sort of dismiss it as too much of an exhibition. And I quite like the Laver Cup. I like what it's about. I know that everybody's been saying, it's a bit too lopsided. Like the Europe team's too strong. But I don't think it's about that. I think it's more about the team aspect. And you got to look more about the fun and what it brings to the sport of tennis rather than looking so much about the individual matches. I think it's more about team versus team. So if you're not into the Laver Cup yet, give it a watch. It's good fun. And it's just a good opportunity for those players to have really a little bit of fun. Well, I think that gives them.
Oh, listen, Ben, I'm loving your promo you're doing for it. Tomorrow we've got a podcast coming out. The title's going to be "Is the Laver Cup a Waste of Time?" So great preparation for that. But that is the title we're going to be going with tomorrow. We're doing a podcast on the Laver Cup.
Oh God!
I don't know if Ben's around, but if not, I'll have John on there.
I'll have to make a good thumb for that one.
Yeah, it's just listen. I think it's a good thing to talk about. Obviously, it's been a bit of a whitewash event this year.
Yeah,
is it worth continuing if it's like that? I know Ben seems to like it, so it would be great to have you on tomorrow to talk about it. But we'll play that by ear. For now, it is almost 1:00 in the morning here, and we've got work tomorrow. So shout out to everyone who did join us for this one. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you tomorrow for what's the title? Is the Laver Cup a waste of time? Find out tomorrow.